Welcome to the show.
Speaking of
iPhones
and all its problems,
speaking of fantastic products,
this week we had some special announcements from our guys over at Apple. Well,
Steve Jobs and the gang.
Steve Jobs and his gang have literally come out with an array of new products.
Yeah,
There's a mic there.
No, but it won't catch you.
it's directional.
Right.
Oh, my bad. Not omnidirectional. Well, if you're an Apple fan like I am, I'm sure you would have tuned into their keynote
Keynote presentations
the past couple of days, and where they made these fantastic announcements. So, did anybody get a chance to actually have a listen? You did?
I watched the highlights.
Beautiful. That's good enough, because that's all you're going to get.
You're going to get it again?
What I love about Apple is that they make these massive presentations, like elaborate on what they've been building the past 10 years.
They're so brave.
The only thing that's changed is everything.
It's very theatrical.
So innovative.
However, what you actually get at the end of the day is actually something that can fit into the highlights video. So to name a few things that they've mentioned.
What do we got?
They've got, which I thought was very interesting. So then no longer they changed the name of the Apple stores to gathering places or town squares. So it's going to be a lot more than just a store. It's going to be cafe, like interactive collaboration places.
I didn't hear about this part.
I didn't hear about this one.
Should have watched the keynote.
All right.
So they will have. It's going to be a lot more than just an Apple store selling products to people. So like I said, it'll have cafes, it'll have collaboration sessions, or places where you can have business meetings, you can have whiteboard sessions, you can do all this interactive stuff within their store, which is open to the general public. So it's pretty cool. They said that
the actual store. I thought you meant the app. This whole time I've just...
No!
None of this has made any sense.
No.
I think they got it. I'm just...
The Apple shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not called that anymore.
The town square.
The gathering place.
The town square.
Didn't this happen in South Park?
It's where all the NPCs are.
Yeah, exactly. So that was one of the things that they mentioned.
What else they got?
In terms of actual products, the watch, which they shot a beautiful video of this surfer mid-surf with her hand in the water, and then she answers a phone call.
While she's in the shack.
The phone rings.
She's in the green room. Shuckers. That's what she says, right?
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Did she answer?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Don't know.
Does that mean her phone was in her pocket?
No. So that's the new feature of the Apple Watch. It'll have cellular connection. So you'll be able to make and receive calls without having your phone close by.
Could you just replace your phone altogether with the Apple Watch?
I wouldn't advise it, but potentially yes.
Do you know anyone who's used their Apple Watch more than like a couple of months?
Himself.
Jules had
Obviously, you
3 years.
put it on for this.
No, he actually wears that.
I wear it.
You're the only person I know who's kept it. Every other person I know has either gotten it for free from someone who's done with it,
Yeah.
or it's gathering dust somewhere.
No, I know heaps of people who have them on constantly.
Gosh,
But however, you know what? To be
Wait,
quite
do you want me to answer your question or not?
it wasn't a question.
Chris, are they auteurs?
No. They're just people. Like you and I.
Like there's 1 in a million people, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I thought that was a mistake, but I guess it means like you actually can have. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about the Face ID. So Face ID, that's new, right?
Yes.
And-
Jump the gun, Ellie.
Yeah, sorry.
Way to
Why
jump the
don't
gun.
you?
No, we talked about 1 in a million. Sorry, I interrupted the flow.
However, no, let's go to the main event. Let's go straight there. So one of the biggest things that they've announced was the iPhone X or the iPhone 10. Given that it's been 10 years that Apple have been developing the iPhone, they're going to release this amazing product. So iPhone X coming out soon, later in this year.
What happened to iPhone 8 and 9?
So an 8 was released and an 8 Plus is released.
Right.
Same as the 7. Don't waste your money.
How much money are we talking? For an
Ooh.
8?
I don't know exact pricing, but over $1,000.
The X is 1,000 American.
Correct.
I heard it was 1,800.
No, it's
Yeah.
Australian.
It's
yeah.
almost 1,600 here.
So that'd be for like the smallest one, right?
We've all said different figures.
I just looked on Apple, okay?
All right. But some of the amazing features of the iPhone X is that it has wireless charging.
Ooh.
This is a full glass feature.
So does the 8.
So
Yeah,
the
actually,
8.
when I actually watched both of them, they actually don't look that different.
The 8 and the 7 look very similar.
No,
The
I mean,
X
I mean
looks-
the X and the 8.
And, yeah,
They have that
I
little
think that
cutout,
as well.
right? At the top.
Correct. So they have multiple facial sensors on it,
On the
and
X.
it has a complete glass front. So there's no home button.
Right.
What it does is, as you mentioned, it has facial recognition. So they said it's the most secure biometric scan.
No more
that-
thumbprint.
Yep. So
But does the 8 have the emoji faces?
no.
Okay.
Only
That's the
the
game
10
changer. That was the one thing I was like, oh.
Yes.
That's worth
Because it needs your
$1,000.
face recognition stuff
Yeah.
to do
Yeah.
it.
And the face recognition is only on the X.
Yeah. So you can unlock your phone with facial recognition, and you can also send personalized emoji messages. So you'll capture your emotion and your facial features on an emoji. You can record that and send it as a message to.
Yeah, I'm
friends.
seeing a lot of videos of poop emojis
Mm.
being
Yeah.
animated.
It's going to be a very expensive.
Is it
poop
only
messages.
certain?
Yeah, it's only
Emojis.
60 emojis.
Correct.
Or-
there's a unicorn. There's a smiley
I
face.
think.
There's poop. There's
Chicken!
Maybe
chicken.
That may be
Yeah.
wrong.
What was funny was when they did the keynote, he tried to unlock his phone using his facial recognition and it didn't work.
Ooh.
And he was like, "Ooh, back up!" And he pulled up another phone and tried it with that phone, and then it worked. So
And then
It actually didn't work.
I heard at the end, like they tried to like reiterate that it works, that they tried to do it again at the end. They're like, yeah, it really works, we swear.
Devo.
so yeah,
Oh well.
Is this meant to be quicker than pressing a button, or is it just the extra screen real estate that they wanted to get?
You just pick it up.
it is a bit of extra screen real estate that they wanted. I do think there's a bit more. There's a second layer to it. So when they've tried to. I think they've gone a bit back. So initially we used to swipe to unlock, and then you would punch in a key. Then they tried to reduce that by just putting your fingerprint. Then they made it one press, and it'll take your fingerprint and unlock the phone at once. So there's less steps to get there. Now with the facial recognition, you would raise it, it will recognize your face, it'll unlock, and then you've got to open your phone.
Swipe.
Really?
So there's several steps. So I don't think it is necessarily faster. To
Does a
unlock.
light come on if it's like nighttime or something?
A light doesn't
Infrared
come.
camera.
Correct. Yes.
So it should always work.
The dots.
It will work day and night. They did all this special testing where they got these mask artists to try and break or crack, obviously, the facial recognition of the phones. They weren't able to, so they're saying it's still pretty secure. So,
But
yes,
1 in a million, though.
correct. So
That's a suspicious number to advertise.
There's been a lot of.
There's a
one in
lot more than a million people on the
chances
planet.
to crack the code.
Right.
When I
They
said that, I'm
probably-
like, that's not too many. That could be like one. I
However-
don't know what the ratio of the planet is to
There
one.
could be
in a
there could be
million.
20 people in Australia who could unlock your phone.
Yeah.
Well, the thumbprint was 1 in 50,000, and the facial is 1 in.
Thumbprint was 1 in 50,000.
Oh, 500,000. 50,000 or 500,000.
I didn't know.
Really?
That's,
The thumbprint. They said it could
either
be
way, it seems like
cracked
something you
that
shouldn't
way.
advertise
Meant
how
to be like
few.
But they're saying the face is more
Secure.
unique.
unique than the thumbprint.
And I guess it's not flat. Like the thumbprint is flat,
Mm.
whereas it's harder to recreate a 3D thing, I guess. But if I'm like at the snow and I have like a big goggle thing on my face,
A goggle.
like the
I think you-
goggles.
You,
I'm at the snow wearing my goggle.
I deserve that.
yeah, I think it adapts to how you dress your face. So girls or guys worried about putting on makeup or whatever, you don't need to stress about that. But I do think things like goggles and things
What if
would
I'm
interfere
wearing
with that.
a prosthetic nose on set at a movie?
Sure, you can still
I'm sure you're not going to be able to get into your phone.
put in your postcode.
You
Passcode.
Is there any alternative to the face thing? If you're in a situation where the face thing doesn't work, are you just stuffed?
Just put in your
I
pin.
do not know actually.
There has to be.
Is there like
There
a
has to
side
be,
button
yes,
to
they
do the
can-
pin as well? Or
Yeah,
something?
of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because when you reset your phone, it doesn't let you do the
True.
That's true.
fingerprint thing anyway.
Okay. Do you reckon everyone will just end up using that?
Probably.
No, people use the face thing for sure.
I'd honestly rather talk to it than anything.
You know what I would like to know is, you know how you see all these videos of girlfriends trying to break into their boyfriend's phones by grabbing their finger and sticking on it?
So
What
great meme
if
about
the
that.
boyfriend
Familiar
is
with
sleeping, the girl can just hold the phone up to his face and the phone will
Ooh.
unlock?
Ooh.
There you go.
Julian, I think you're onto something.
Apple.
I think those people
Contact me.
need more relationship advice than extra security.
That's actually an interesting thing, though. Like, think about it. If I wanted to take Chris and steal his money by Apple Pay, I could just punch him in the face. Probably not in the face, actually, because that would defeat the purpose of what he wanted to do. I'd punch him in the back of the head, and then just use his face to open his phone, and then use Apple Pay
Mm-hmm.
and things like that.
How is that different to the thumbprint?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, like, that means the passcode's the only thing that's safe. Because they could take your phone, beat you up, and you could still, like, not give it to them or something.
Well, Steve Jobs is always watching me through my camera, right? So he would call the
Absolutely.
cops when you
Right.
bad punch me.
I
right.
think he's dead.
So he's still always
No,
watching from
they,
where.
they said that this facial stuff won't get sent to the cloud. It's being done on your phone.
Liars. I call BS. Absolute BS. As if they're not watching
call
and
BS.
storing everything.
They're watching right now.
Absolutely.
We got more people watching at Apple than on Facebook.
Ah, that makes sense.
We got camera here, cameras here, cameras here, cameras here.
But yeah, so that's Apple. I think it's really great. There are a few other products, so like the iPhone 8, the watch.
New Apple TV.
New Apple TV as well.
Is the iPhone 8 better than the Google phone?
Well, Google Phone 2 is coming out. Pixel 2.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm not certain of the stats on that one, but I assume it's just going to be better than iPhone.
There you go.
But I was just wondering if the X came out as like a response, like, oh, there's another high-end player that people will actually go for.
Well, the full screen thing and the swiping, it's just what Samsung, Sony, LG, they've been doing it the whole time.
But they have the cutout in the X, and that's slightly annoying, right?
At the top,
Yeah.
it's ugly, hey?
And also it would be on the screen. Like if you full screen a video, it'll be there.
Yes.
The video will play around it.
Yeah.
That'd be really annoying, wouldn't it?
I imagine
think
it's
it
just
would
going
be
to crop.
No, apparently it goes around it. Because of the
Weird.
screen. Like,
So
because
then it'll-
otherwise it wouldn't... Like, normal apps wouldn't work properly otherwise.
No, I mean,
Will
then it'll crop a different way. Like it won't crop in, it'll crop out.
We will see.
Because it's a rounded surface and every video is a rectangle, it'll crop the edges off.
No, I'm talking about the cutout in the top of the screen in the X, where they've
so
got
it
the
has
sensors.
sensors in the screen there.
Right.
They'll always be on the screen. I saw a review and like they're always on it.
Yeah.
So like if you full screen a video in YouTube, that'll be on the left hand side.
It's like when you go to the cinema and you see somebody's head just there. It's so annoying, and that's what it's going to be like.
Depends on the head.
Looking at the screen, you're like, what?
Yeah, what kind of head do you like?
Oh my gosh! Stop.
The other thing that
How many kinds are there?
the other thing they're going on and on about, they always go on and on about the camera. It's always a new awesome camera. Like, so I can't remember, but the camera on the 8 and the X is the best camera, whatever.
In the world.
The best camera.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, wait, the 8's got all the camera stuff the other one does. Why do I need the X?
The X apparently has the dual camera thing, so it's got a lot more depth perception stuff. So that actually is an incremental, like, that's an actual jump. Because now you'll be able to do a lot better augmented reality.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because it'll
Yes.
know where you are. It has a lot more information about the space that you're in.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
The dinosaurs.
Like
No.
the example they gave was stupid, but it shows what it can do. Is like I think a Major League Baseball app came out, and you're meant to be able to like point the camera at the field, and it'll come up with like an overlay on the player, like with their stats,
Crazy.
because it'll actually know. Like
What
they'll
you're
have
pointing at,
cameras
yeah.
at the field as well, so they'll be able to properly map
Mhm.
what you're looking at, and they'll know who you're looking at.
And zoom. It has a good zoom.
Indeed.
That's what they tell me. And So portrait mode. iPhone 7 Pluses have this portrait mode.
Mm.
The 8 and the X have portrait mode on the back and the front cameras now.
Mm.
And it's just a better camera. That's what they tell me.
They've got a real-time strategy augmented reality one that looks hectic. That was what I was just looking for. But, yeah.
And Apple TV now supports 4K.
Yes.
You know what's lovely about that is if you have HD purchases, you don't have to upgrade. They just give you the 4K one for free.
Hallelujah.
Good guy, Apple.
Yes.
Who would have thought?
Thanks, Steve.
It's about time they give back to the community.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, instead of putting all those factories with all those people in it, right?
And there's suicide nets around it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Apple. I think it's great. And
Spat so hard.
just a general consensus. iPhone X.
What is this?
It's a napkin.
No, thank you.
Nah, it's too much. I
Too
heard it's like
expensive.
$1,800 for the 256. I remember now what it was. There was
Yes.
a 256 gig one was like $1,800.
That's correct.
The
It's a
base
lot
is
of money.
$15.69.
What?
Thumbs up, thumbs down, or
It looks good.
Yeah, it's good. Thumbs part way up.
all right, one of these
Shuckers.
shuckers now workers.
Would you get the watch now that it has cellular capability?
No,
And you can talk to your wrist?
that doesn't sound good.
I would use the watch if I had one. I just can't justify it.
Because it's like
Paying
just,
for it.
just
How much
get,
is the watch?
Don't know.
especially when they got the earpods now that work really well with phone calls. Like you can talk like this, or you could do whatever you want with your hands and talk through your ears.
What do you want to do with your hands?
Through your ears.
Mm.
Can you demonstrate that?
I was like, you're just gonna look like such a. You're gonna look like such a tool. It's like, come in. Yeah.
I'm with you. The example they used on there, they called a lady who was paddleboarding out in the water.
She was like, hello. Yeah.
No, but
one time they think people are going to use this when they're on the water.
yeah. So, however, it was, and he made the point of saying that it has actually a pretty good mic on there, so she doesn't need to pull it towards her or anything like that. We could hear her clearly. Well, I wasn't in the room, but you never know how much.
It'll probably just be like a speakerphone, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Apple. Very good.
Very good. Very nice.
What's
very
next?
So look, changing tact here. From apples to... No, there's no fruit. Gold.